It's the Fox Friday Football Fever High School Football Preview Show, presented by Richard Car Motors.
Hey there, and good evening to you. Welcome into our Fox 44 Friday Night Football Fever preview show. It's starting next week. We're going to bring you scores and highlights from all over Central Texas. But tonight, we are going to get you ready for the season by talking about some of the biggest storylines in the Central Texas region. And as we do on most Friday nights, we're going to start in 6A with Midway Panthers, who are coming off an impressive run to the regional final last year. Of course, that was under quarterback Nick Jimenez, who won the job in camp and seemed to improve each passing week. But he's now gone. The race is on again, but things got a little more interesting this summer when former Bosqueville star quarterback Tyler Webb transferred over to Midway High School when his dad was hired on as a basketball and track coach. We talked to Coach Hume. He said it's not necessarily a foregone conclusion that he'll be a walk-in starter.
I really like who we got. I like, we got four really good young men that are battling for it. And, it's going to come down to who can lead the team the best and what's best for the Midway Panthers. And we're going to try to put the best 11 players on the field, whether it's offense or defense. And I think we'll be able to find out a lot over the next couple of weeks with this week of practice and the next week with a scrimmage. So I think going into Trinity, we'll feel pretty good about who that's going to be.
Midway opening their season against Euless Trinity in DFW on August 30th. Midway Panthers district clinching win over Temple last year began a bit of a slide in T-Town as Temple lost their Week 11 game and were ousted in the first round by Mesquite Horn. The Wildcats will have a lot of holes to fill this year on the team. A lot of Division I talent is gone off of last year's roster, but the expectations in Temple never waver, so they're expecting to reload to make another run at AT&T Stadium.
It is a lot of young guys, but at the same time, they feel like they have something to prove, which they do just because they haven't been playing or anything like that. And then, a lot of people don't expect too much from them, so they kind of play with a chip on their shoulder every day.
I will tell you, there's a different energy with young guys. Sometimes when you get those old bulls out there, those three-year starters, sometimes they take the process for granted a little bit, and we obviously do everything in our powers to thwart that. But you don't have to worry about that with young guys. The electricity and the effort and the intensity of practices, because they're just fired up.
Temple going to open their season on Friday, August 30th against Round Rock Cedar Ridge. Over in Belton, the Tigers hungry to avenge their first-round playoff exit after they were hit hard with the injury bug last season. That allowed players like quarterback Ruben Jimenez to get some meaningful Friday night snaps, making them much more dangerous with Ruben calling the shots in 2019.
Oh, very excited. He had a great 7-on-7 campaign and got a lot of reps. And, we have a really young receiving core that really improved throughout the summer in 7-on-7, so we're real excited about those guys. But just those guys working together constantly on timing and routes, and it's been big.
Oh, these boys have grown so much. Because of that, we have tons of people with experience this year, and I trust these guys, as much as they trust me. And I believe these guys can do great this season.
Belton Tigers also wasting no time testing themselves, opening up the season at Austin Westlake on Friday, August 30th. Cove Bulldogs looking to take the next step in their season under new head coach Jack Alvarez entering his second year, and they fought their way to the 6A playoffs last season before eventually bowing out the eventual state champion Longview Lobos. So they've seen what it takes to get there. They've seen what it takes to succeed there. So that's what this season and beyond will be all about down at Cove.
Oh, it's really big. It shows how much potential we have. And it shows how much more potential we have if we just trust in the coaches and follow what we need to do. It was good, but right now we don't want to just go one round. We want to go deeper, like 2, 3, even more. But one round's not good enough for me, at least. But I hope we can go farther.
I think it was good letting them know that we can get in. But the deal is, and it's going to be my theme all the way through. At some point, we got to get this program out of the first round, and have some other goals just besides getting in.
Has anyone ever seen he and Billy Bob Thornton in the same place together? I do not believe the resemblance there. There's got to be some relation down the line somewhere. Maybe he can channel some inner Friday Night Lights magic this year with the Cove Bulldogs. They'll open their season at home against Burleson. So the Bulldogs hoping to take that next step in the playoffs, hoping the Waco High Lions are also trying to get themselves back into the conversation for a playoff spot in year 2 under former Lion Kwame Cavill. Cavill took over as head coach just 2 weeks before two-a-day started last year. The Lions struggled to a 1-9 record and a last-place finish in 12-6A. Coach Cavill's motto since arriving at Waco High has been "Restore the Roar," and it's been a work in progress, but they are ready for that fight.
The culture is growing. Okay, they're buying into what I'm preaching, and they're actually buying into each other. That's what we need. I don't know if it's restored yet. We'll know. Okay, it may take take a game, may take another year. We don't know. That's the beautiful thing about football. What has me fired up is that it's year 2 with some of the same guys from last year, and I can see the growth in them. When it comes around this time and you're a ball coach, and it's what you love to do, you're fired up because the grass is green and the water sprinkling is going and the lines are, it's the little things that get you fired up.
The Lions open their season against crosstown rival U-High on Friday, August 30th, what should be a pretty good football game. So here's how Dave Campbell's projects things to finish up in 12-6A. 4 playoff teams remaining the same from last year. Midway with a lot of reloading to do, but Belton and Temple should be a fun dogfight there. They project Cove to get back in the playoffs as well. Then come the 4 Killeen schools, Ellison, High, Shoemaker, and Harker Heights, followed by the team you just heard from in Waco High. Waco High opening up against University, who for so long had to hear about their losing streak. Every year the questions came about how and when they were going to break that streak that ran to 47 games last year. But those questions, they're no more. Coach Rodney Smith and his team went from 0 wins to 3 last year and even found themselves in the playoff hunt in the final weeks of the season. Their district is a tough one with 3 teams ranked in the top 25, including the former state champion. Maybe you've heard of them, Aledo. But these Trojans now believe they can win and expect to get this program back to a playoff level.
This year is a brand new year. We got new players coming in, a whole lot of development, players getting better at their positions, more confidence from the previous year. So this year should be a way better year. We plan on winning a whole lot of games, making the playoffs.
It helped our confidence, so we have to play harder and come together as a team, and hopefully we make it to the playoffs or even state.
Most importantly, our goal is to be better than we were last year, and that's twofold, I could say. But the Trojans got the playoffs somewhere out there on their mind.
Again, University High opening up with Waco Friday, August 30th at Waco ISD Stadium. So we've run through 5A and 6A. When we come back, we'll dive down to 4A, where we have some of the best districts in the state of Texas, and they're right here in our own backyard, including the Division I state champion La Vega Pirates, looking forward to defending their crown. Mandy Knight will check in with the champs when we return after the break.